What's going on, everybody? We got Jazzy on here today. Welcome. Let me change this to day 13 because it is day 13. All right, here we go. 12, and let's make it day 13. All right, guys, how you guys doing today? What's up, strong man? We got Jazzy today. She's gonna join us for lunch. We got a lunch hour. I think I still might stream later, but because we got some stuff that we gotta focus on, so I might have to do 2 streams just to make sure. Welcome, Danny, strong man. Let's go. Jazzy's getting her treats in today. Here we go. Go like this, Jazzy, so you can gnaw on all your little treats. You ready? Jazzy, you ready to make some progress? There we go. Jazzy is ready to make some progress. She's gonna eat her energy, and then we got some programming to do. So I'm gonna let her finish her treat while I talk about what we're gonna try and focus on for like the next hour, because it is my lunch break. Jazzy, your breath smells so much better now. Just don't bite my finger. There you go. You ate the rest of your treat. Oh, you are getting your greenie. Your teeth are gonna be nice and clean. Today, I'm curious if we can start, what do we want to do? Because we still got to make a save system, and we got to make some basic music, as well as maybe a sound effect every single time we flip the coin. I'm going to get up this so it looks better for you guys. There we go. So we might start planning out. You like my cat? Thank you. Jazzy is quite the cat. Aren't you, Jazzy? So we might start planning how to make the save system. What do you guys think about that? And I've been kind of thinking about it. We might make a save manager. That way we can easily access the save manager and run methods just by adding those methods into our methods, if that makes sense. So I don't think it'll be too difficult to add. So let's go ahead and get ready. You ready, Jazzy? You ready to start programming? You're probably wondering what in the world that even means. Okay, let's do it. Play Slime Rancher? I would, but we got 2 days left of this challenge. I've actually played the first Slime Rancher. I haven't played the second one. Have you played it at all, Danny? All right, let's do... I'm just gonna move you guys over if you're in the shorts. If you're in the horizontal, there is 2 versions of the stream. Jazzy, it's kind of nice having you right here because I can just lay my little head on you, you know? Help my posture a little bit. All right. Jazzy, you're probably wondering where the rest of the treat is. It's in your belly, silly. So we can probably do right click, and I'm just gonna create an empty, and we're gonna call this save manager. I think this might be one of the easiest ways to implement it. And then I guess I'm gonna just move it up to the other managers. So we have this save manager. We're probably gonna need a save manager script. So I don't quite know what we all need to save, but we can at least make the pseudocode. 307 hours in Slime Rancher 1 and 47 hours in Slime Rancher 2. Holy. So you might know a thing or two about Slime Rancher. Is that the game you're currently playing now? Because I think you could get 300 some hours in Slime Rancher 2 if you could. Let's right click and create a save script. So I might just create, let's call this, here, Jazzy, you say your little butt right there. All right, there we go. We need a Jazzy cam. You relaxing after that big old treat? So why don't we just call this save system? Your big old tail's in my way, Jazzy. Let's just call it save system, I guess. All right. And then, I think in here, we just got to make a bunch of sets, a bunch of saves, and let's just write the pseudocode. Jazzy, you are going crazy with your butt in the air. Yes, this is your butt. I'm going to open up Writer. And then I think one of the goals, we'll probably just figure out what we need to save. If we can do that, we can probably save the rest in our other script. I mean, not our other script, but later in the day, we might have another stream. I do have volleyball today. As you're on my headphones. There we go. GitHub. Hopefully my GitHub's working today, and it is. Let's go. Maybe I fixed it going forward. So let's go over to the right side of the screen. Danny, you said maybe. Oh. You are just so crazy. What do you think, Jazzy? All right. Jazzy, you're just kicking. Here, let me get this thing off the side of the monitor, because I will keep kicking it. Jazzy will keep smacking the table. You think there's another treat on the desk? Okay, let's go over to the right side of the screen, maybe start working on how we're gonna save this save system. So I just called it save system just because, but we're gonna need to think about just everything that we're gonna save. Here, Jazzy, can you sit? Oh, good job, good job. You know, should I bring you on for day 14 of the challenge? Just to kind of celebrate and see what we all made? Maybe we'll do that too. I just came back from work for lunch, so I figured, why don't I bring Jazzy onto the stream? Let her have some fun. So what are we all going to need to save? I'm just gonna make some comments here. You guys should be able to see, perfect. And we're gonna need what we all need to save. We're gonna need to save the player money. Player money for sure. We're probably going to need to increase the reward. Have you ever played Slime Rancher? I have. Yeah, I played 1 and 2. Or, I mean, I played the first one. I haven't played the second one yet. What do you like better? Is Slime Rancher 1 or Slime Rancher 2 better? We're gonna need to save our... Jazzy, my legs are sore, and you're kind of making them kind of more sore. Standing on my legs. All right, we're gonna have to save. Here, Jazzy, can you sit? I know. You can lay down there if you want to. Here, there you go. All right. We'll see how she good. How good she is back there. Oh, she's just laying down. Perfect. She must be tired. I woke her up from her nap. Okay, so let's do our upgrade. So upgrade, or I'm gonna call this reward multiplier. Even though it's not really multiplier, because it's just adding extra reward. Extra reward variable. And then we're gonna need to do extra hedge chance variable. Which coins are unlocked? So I was looking into this. Apparently, if you wanna use, because we'll probably use the player pref manager to save data. And I was thinking, in order to save a Boolean in the player prefs, you have to actually use an integer. So if you use an integer, then you can convert that into a Boolean. There. Didn't realize the chat was all messed up. There we go. I fixed it. Move this a little bit more because I moved it. Or maybe I didn't. There we go. Haha. Danny, that was your first ever game played as a kid on the PS4? Dang. I think my first game was probably... Actually, I have no idea. It could be... maybe Mario? Maybe that was my first game? I have no idea. It's been so long. Maybe... I don't know if it was on the PS2 or Nintendo. It had to be one of those. So we're gonna have to do which coins are unlocked. So let's do nickel. How do I spell nickel? Nickel. There we go. Unlocked. And then we do dime unlocked. We'll need to do quarter unlocked. Oh, she's just sleeping over there. The big old beanbag. And then, I mean, I think that's all we gotta do, right? We don't need to save anything else. So, I mean, it won't be terrible, right? We got our player money, extra reward variable. All right, so saves player money. So public void, save player money, float, taking the player money. But we're probably gonna need to convert it. So I like this starting point, but I do think we need to convert it. So to convert it, I believe we're just going to coin upgrades. Trigo, welcome back. Earlier this stream, we had Jazzy on and she's right over there. Now she's scratching herself. Oh, you trying to come back on the stream, Jazzy? So if we want to get the player money, I think we just need to do this. Save system. We're going to set the float first, right? We're going to make a key. And we're just going to call this player money. But we're probably going to be doing an if. Or maybe not an if. And we could just call this float saved money. Equals, let's just declare the variable for now. And then, oh, we need to make a reference to our player money text. So serialize. So you're gonna know text mesh player money text. Awesome, that's what I wanted. And then we can out the money, which in this case, we're just going to be saving it to saved money. And why you not like that? Another missing reference. But it's, oh, okay. We need to use using Unity engine. Or what is it? Is it just UI or what is it again? Using TMP Pro. That's what I need. TMP Pro. Okay. Now we can assign that Text Mesh Pro element. I like smaller channels because of less competition in chat. Danny Molder. Wait, what happens though if we have like 100,000 subscribers in the future? You know? Because we're gonna keep grinding every single day, right? One day we could have 100,000. One day we could even have 1 million. I can't even fathom. 1 million subscribers, that'd be crazy. Jazzy, that would be a lot of subscribers, huh? Licking the beanbag. Jazzy is my dog, if you're wondering who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to some random person on the wall. I'm not crazy, I promise. But anyways, do you remember me? Trigo, absolutely. Yeah, I remember you joined a stream. Was it earlier last week? You joined that stream and we're kind of just talking. I remember. How you been though? Even though you are a small channel, you still are my favorite. Hey, thank you, Danny. That means a lot. Let's go. One of my favorite parts of streaming is literally just talking to you guys, to be honest. Game development is fun, but I mean, without like all you guys, game development isn't as fun. You guys make it way more fun. So every time you come into the chat or even just comment on a video, I enjoy every single part of it. That's my favorite part about just this YouTube general, like YouTube in general, just the community. So we have float, saved money, and we're gonna out it to the saved money. And then we're going to saved money because we actually want to save the money value to our float player money. Then we're gonna save it. So that should be good. Oh, let me put a semicolon here. Awesome. Wow, it feels good to actually be able to make code. We don't... Ooh, yeah, we need to make a save and a load. How about let's just go ahead and make all our saves, and then we'll make our loads at the end. Jazzy, come over here. Come. Now I think she's eating a leaf. And every time I look at her, she stops chewing. Oh, she's funny. Jazzy, where you at? Come here. Get my little headset out of the way. This is Jazzy, guys. She's our other developer we just hired last week. She's doing really good. We pay her in treats. You don't have to pay any housing. That's free. That's on the house. So our newest developer. She's helping us make this save system. So we have public, avoid, typing with one hand now. Here, actually, I'm just gonna make a comment because I think it can help me make this faster. So we're gonna do, you are crazy. You know, dogs are always so much more cuddler when they're awake from a nap. Give it 30 more minutes, she's gonna be bouncing off the walls. You're just so tired. Here, you're just gonna lay down on my lap. Okay, there you go. Danny, you're learning HTML, Python, and database stuff in school. Nice. I like coding because you can make everything you want. You really can. You absolutely can. So let's do saves. Now let's save the extra reward variable. So what this is going to do is public void save extra reward, float extra reward because it is a float. I like it. What else do you got? We don't need to do any conversion here because we don't have to literally take a string into a variable, or I mean a string into a float. Sorry, I said that wrong. But we're going to make a key with set float, and then we're just going to pass in the extra reward, which we're actually going to have to reference the script for that to get that reward. And the extra reward is in the upgrades. So let's just pass in coin upgrades. Perfect. That's honestly exactly what I was going to type. This is why I kind of like Chat or Copilot for the text suggestions. It's really good about just looking at your code and just suggesting for basic stuff, that is. Oh, you know, I wish I had a little Jazzy cam. Jazzy's my dog for people just coming into the stream because she's just laying down on my lap. Maybe she'll sit up later in the stream. You gonna sit up later in the stream once you take a little nap? Okay, so we need to do player prefs.save. Once we set the float, we can do save. There we go. And I'll just end that little code block because that should be everything that we have. So yeah, how much is this game gonna be? Honestly, this one's probably gonna be free. Since this is my first 14-day challenge, and for people just joining the stream, this is what the game actually looks like. So we can flip the coin, and right, whenever it's heads, you're gonna get some money. Whenever it's tails, you're not gonna get money. It's compiling all our script right now, but let me move it for you guys in shorts. So basically, if you've never seen this game or this stream in general, this is a 14-day challenge I made just out of the blue, and I just made a small coin flip idle game. Every time it lands on heads, you'll see the sprite changes when it lands on heads, whereas the result is a heads. And then you can buy upgrades, right? This nickel one unlocked because we have enough money. Now it's not actually $5 because we were testing it and we didn't want to flip the coin for 2 minutes just to unlock it. So now it says nickel unlocked. Well, let's go. Let's keep flipping the coin, and the dime and the quarter should unlock so we can flip it. Now if we flip the coin, you're gonna go sit down there, Jazzy? All right. So now we're unlocking the penny, the dime, and the penny, the nickel, and the dime. So then we can unlock the quarter. So that's the emphasis right there. We don't see what you see. Oh, bummer. For shorts, at least you would have saw. There you go. Shorts saw it. So if you're on shorts, Danny, you're on horizontal, so you didn't see it, but the shorts people saw it. So I guess I accidentally hit middle screen on the shorts and not the other one. But yeah, this is the game. So it's pretty cool. Just a fun little thing we made in 14 days. We still got to make some music, and we're making the save system right now because I don't know about you, but I am not going to fail at this challenge. I'm not going to tell everyone that I failed this challenge. So let's go back into making the right side of the screen, which is our variables and our save system. So now we just have to, let's save extra head chance. So save extra hand chance. Here, let me make this easier for you guys. So I'm gonna press enter a bunch because I know guys on shorts. There you go. I need to make sure I click over there. So, all right, now we're all on the same page. Save extra heads chance. So we're gonna do public save extra heads chance, which is an int. It's not a float. Although I could change it to a float if I wanted to increment by like 0.5. It'd be super easy to do. But we're gonna set an int called extra head chance. This is the key in our registry that we're gonna be creating. And the value, right, this is the key. The first one is the key, and we're calling it extra heads chance. And then the value of that key in our registry, because I'm on Windows, is extra heads chance. That's what we're gonna assign to this key in our registry. That way, when we load the game, our program can actually go to that registry location and get this extra head chance. We'll do that later in the load system. Right now, we're just saving it, but we could just do like .load or .get key. I mean, not load key. We could use .get key. So we'll get that later. Right now, we're just making the save. Oh, Jazzy, her little head is on my foot, just resting her little head. As soon as this game comes out, I'm gonna be mass reporting bugs. Do it, Danny. I want you to break the game. Absolutely demolish the game. Okay, let's just quickly go ahead and save the rest that we need to save. So, this one's gonna have to be interesting. We're saving booleans with our player prefs. Very weird to save because you have to save it as an integer and then convert it to a boolean. So we have our nickel and our dime and our quarter. So I've actually never saved nickel unlocked. So public void save nickel bool is. So I guess we're gonna pass that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about how I want to do that. We could just use this ternary operator, I guess. So nickel unlocked. There. Now you guys on shorts should be able to see. I know this part is crazy. So nickel unlocked is going to be equal to this value. And then if 1, we're going to set it to 1, else we're going to set it to 0. And we're just going to set 1 equal to true and 0 equal to false. We're going to have to make like another method, I believe. And then come on, give us the rest that we got. So we're kind of going to do the same thing. Okay. Void, and we're gonna make the code block. I'm gonna go ahead and save it. Okay. I'm gonna make a method here to convert the boolean. Go, 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 go. There. Now you guys in shorts can see. So public void convert. And how much time do I got before I got to go back to work? I got about 30-ish minutes. Let's go. Convert int. Oh wait, yeah. Convert int to bool. So this is where we're going to be taking the value. And the reason we're having some errors here is because I have void. We need a return value. So I'm just going to remove this void and then convert into bool. Method must have a return. Would I just have to do public int? Oh, let's see. I've never done this. The return type is int, but we're returning bool. So could I just do bool? Is that what we're looking for? Yeah, even though we're passing in an int as our parameter, the arguments that we receive are going to be ones and zeros. Voila. What work do I do? Should I say that? I work in IT. I'll just say that. I know one of you guys are probably going to try and find me. Which, I mean, I guess I don't care if you do. Who cares? But, hey, Thanos, A and B, it must return bool. Yes. So I set it equal to bool. It threw me off at first because we're passing an int. So yeah, this should be everything that we're saving. We have all our variables, extra reward, extra head chance, and also Thanos, welcome to the stream. I don't know if I said that, but thank you for joining the stream. All right, guys, let's make the loading system. So whenever we load the system, we would have to do that in awake. So I'm just gonna make a public void awake. Public void awake. That way it happens as soon as we start the script. And I'm just gonna make a comment. Load. Load. You know, we could make like a directive. Is that what it's called again? Directive that just goes to other, like that fires off other methods. But let's just call it load system for short. Load system in our public void awake. That way we can actually get the data every time the game starts. So this is our saves. So I'm just gonna start making, I don't know, I'm gonna do this. That way I can easily tell the difference between the save and the load. I don't know. Okay, so yep, load player money, public float. Correct. And then here we're gonna need some code blocks. Return player prefs, get float, player money. And then we make a default value of 0 if nothing is there. And we could make some null reference exceptions, probably what we should do. But right now, let's just get things working. Public float, load extra reward, get the code block. Whoa, what's going on here? Shh, Danny, don't say nothing. Okay, load extra reward. Return value equals 1. Return value equal to 1. Lars Snip, welcome to the stream. What do you mean? Return value equal to 1? Are you meaning? I'm gonna do load extra hedge chance. It's basically gonna be the same thing, so I'm not gonna spend too much time typing it out when it's basically going to be doing the same thing. Extra hedge chance is going to be 0 because this is what we're passing and adding to the base in the convert method. So we have return value equals 1. So this one, I'll have to test this to see if it works, but in the convert method, because I've never had to do this convert into bool before. Just less code. If oh, I think I see what you're saying. Return value equal to 1 if it's true. Okay. No, I like that. Let's try it out. Return, well, the value technically. So will this, oh, well, I guess this will return a bool, right? In one single line. Yeah. No, I think I get what he's saying. So this will return a, let me make sure I got it right. Value equal to 1. And then you would probably just have to make, would you just put like a line here or something? And remove these code blocks? Else, you could do return value equal to 0. So that what you're referring to? That was weird. No, the if statement just returned value equal to 1. No need the if statement, just return. I don't know. It's going to be difficult for me because I've never done this before, so I don't see the full picture yet. All right, I'll take that into consideration, but for now, I think because of time, I'm just going to leave it as it is, even if it is a few extra lines, but later, once we have it working, I can make that change. I do like that because, I mean, it's less. Right now, we're making a save system. So we're making a save system and load system for our game here. So let me just show you guys the game. This is just part of the challenge is I wanted to have a save system. So we have 14 days to do this challenge. And what we have left is to make a save system as well as a little bit of music and some sound effects. So all that's going to be homemade from the oven. And yeah, right now we're making the save system and load system. So I'm kind of streaming during my lunch break because I want to get this done. So add the lore. The lore. There is a lot of lore. So load nickel unlocked. Return. Yep, and then we're just passing that value. You guys can still see it. Okay, perfect. And I'll finish off that code block. Great. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, David. So, honestly, the whole reason I wanted to do this challenge is because I wanted to learn game development fast. And I just felt like I wasn't learning as quick as I should have been over the last couple months. And I needed a challenge like this to really break through just watching tutorials and stuff. So we got load dime, same thing, public bool, code block, and int value, yep. Okay, let's do the same thing for the quarter. Quickly make it. Please text suggestions be good. We'll remove all these comments. The reason I just like to make these comments is it kind of like preps the AI to make this. Hey, JX Roblox, welcome to the stream. Right now, we're just finishing up our load system as well as our save system. So I have no idea if this is going to work, but because we're getting the int, return convert int to bool. So let's say 0 is in our registry. It's going to get that value from the key quarter unlocked. You guys can see that? Yeah. I'll put it up higher so you guys can make sure that you guys are able to see it. So at this point in time, it should be an integer of 0. So we're going to return convert into bool, which is this value. So it's still an integer. So then we're going to convert int, which is over here. Honestly, I don't like doing that. So what I'm going to do is just have it at the very bottom. That way you have the save system on top, load system in the middle, and then you have the convert. Convert. There we go. I'm just going to do it quick and easy. Load system. Do I really need to make it? I don't know. Boom. All right. Thanks, Copilot, for making it quick and easy. That way I can just easily see on the side. Oh, where's my preview? Usually there's like a little preview that I can see on the right-hand side, at least for Visual Studio Code, but huh. All right. Anyways, I don't care. I'm just going to add this convert here. So then what should be happening, now you guys can see everything in the same screen. We should have an int, and then it's going to call this method, convert int to bool. So we're passing in the argument of 1 into this int value parameter. So int value, if value is equal to 1, then we return true. Now, hopefully, what we can do here is in our coin upgrades, we can set, oh wait, coin flip maybe? Wherever we're assigning booleans, add a bug report if you want. The syntax is intimidating. What PL are you using? PL are you using? Sorry, I don't understand. What does that mean? What is that short for? I'm using Unity to make the game and Rider to make the code. Yeah, I get about 18 minutes before I have to go back to work. Yeah. At my full-time job. Public float reward multiplier. Where are we setting Boolean? Cool. Here we go. Private unlock nickel purchase. Gotcha. Programming language. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm using C#. Unity uses C#, but I think underneath Unity, there's actual C++, which is something I learned in the last 14 days. I need to verify if that's true or not. But I guess, doesn't Unity maybe convert the C# into C++? I don't know. Don't take that as my advice because I want to fact check that. I feel like that's a very expert area of Unity. So this could be, now I just need to find a way to, once we have the value, that we can actually assign it to our variable in the other script. So I know we're doing a private coin upgrades. So are we gonna need to do the same thing? Shoot. There's gonna be multiple areas. Is penny unlocked? True. Is dime purchased? Which are basically the same thing. So I could just do the same thing for both. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. But those are public bools. Are there constructors in C#? There is. There are constructors. I haven't really made any for this project because I'm keeping it pretty basic. And I haven't really made that many constructors. But yes, there are constructors in C#. Witches and Wizarding Tamil, welcome. Welcome to the stream, guys. Awesome. I can't stay for long, but I have to ask something. No problem, Solitary. We got to leave in like 15 minutes anyways, so the floor is yours. So public void awake. Let's actually leave that and we can just call this a method. Load system. And I'm going to do the quick and dirty way of just making a load system method. And it's just going to do everything. That's quick. Let's do that. I'm just going to do it up here above. So let's do a load system. Public void load system. Awesome. And from here, okay, this is kind of what I wanted. Coin upgrades, which is, we're also going to need to pass in coin flip, this coin flip script as well. So thank you. Okay, let's go back to the load system because there's several things we need to do here. Let me just backspace and go back in. Okay, let's see if this is good. Load player money. We're doing a lot of coding and not really testing it along the way, so that's okay. It should work. So please explain what API is. I don't understand. What API is? I am not using any APIs in this project. And I don't really work with APIs that much, although I will be in the future because I want to make a project that will revolve using the YouTube API. So maybe that'll be a video I share on my YouTube channel. But an API, I just think of it as a link that allows you to fetch information that you can parse into what you want from that link. Like you don't have to take it all, but you can take certain parts of what that API allows you to grab. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Someone who's very good at APIs, definitely just comment in the comment section. I think 50 days deserves some reward. Thank you. Thank you, Solitary. Do I get something for my 50 days streaked? Oh, are you meaning in Discord when you do that daily? We'll have to see if I can automate something. Maybe I'll use like NaN to look through our streaks on the Discord, and then I'll just have like some GPT responding to those streaks or something. Hey bro, do you think it's worth learning web development? Do it. I mean, it doesn't hurt. If you want to be making stuff with web development, do it. Might as well, right? Okay, I'm glad I started streaming today because we already got so much progress, and I think I'm going to stream probably in about 4 or 5 hours before I have to go to sand volleyball. So load system here. Let's go back to our load system. Load player data. I mean, can we just... Oh no, we're assigning the values here. Which we don't have anything assigned to them originally. I don't believe. Right? We're just declaring them in this field. So what are we all saving here? Player money. We're gonna load the player money, and then player money text.text is equal to... Okay, I like that. There's no $sign there, so we're not gonna have an issue with that try parse. That's something that got me earlier. We put a $sign in the string interpolation, and when we were parsing it to a float, it was having an issue because it was expecting just numbers, and so it was having a hard time parsing that into a float because of that $sign. So I'm gonna keep that out of there this time. Load extra reward variable. It's gonna assign that to coin upgrades.extra reward. That's actually not gonna work because I think it's assigned differently. So let's go to increase heads odd increase. Yeah, so these, I kind of like the code here. We just have to really assign everything, so it's not going to work really. Make sure I got coin flip. Yep. Make sure I don't forget to reassign those in the inspector. But Saad, Khan as a full-time, is it worth it? With the advancement of AI, with the shop get less and less more demand. So I'm not a full-time job, or I mean a full-time web developer. So I can't really say too much, but I would say use AI to make you learn quicker. But definitely use it and know how to use it to maybe approach your goal quicker, if that makes sense. Use it to give you more leverage and maybe get more stuff done. Application programming interface. Yes. Yeah, that's what it means. Have permission to use data or resource, I guess. Yeah. Like using your API key to get data. And then with that data, you can do some fun with it. I like it when you stare into the camera. Yeah. Well, I liked, so the chat is actually right there by the camera. So when I'm looking into the camera, I'm actually reading chat. So I could read chat over here as well. So I have it open on the side. Let me just stare at everybody's soul while I read the chat. We'll see. Maybe I'll change things up. Do it. Yeah, Glock Kitty, do it. Learn C#. Do it. I mean, it doesn't hurt. AI is not going to be perfect. Okay, let's reassign everything correctly. I think I have about 10 minutes left of this stream. Bali Bahav, welcome. Hopefully I said that right. Jazzy. Oh, you're in the headphones, Jazzy. Let's try this again. There we go. What are we making? Here, let's go to the middle screen here. We got our new developer right here. Her name's Jazzy. Welcome to the team, Jazzy. All right, well, anyways, we got the middle screen. Oh, I did it again. So this is a small coin idle game that I've been making in 14 days just as a challenge for fun. and to learn game development a little bit more. Like if you go back and to learn day 1 or 2 of the challenge, it's absolutely insane like how bad I was. But now, you know, it's getting better. But we made everything in this project. We made these sprites for the coins. We have, like if we go to our sprite folder, I used Sprite to make our sprites. But yep, Jazzy's helping us make our sprites. All right, you know what's cool? Jazzy's wearing a cool bandana that also says NullSimLabs. Jazzy, your big old floppy ears in the way. I know. Am I wrecking your bandana? Am I messing it up? I'm sorry. But it says NullSimLabs. But so here is where we made all our sprites in Sprite. We made an initial version, and then we made like a heads or tails version. You like standing up on that chair, don't you? All right, but yeah, pretty much right now, if you play the game, there we go. You're going crazy. Coin upgrade. Oh, we gotta assign everything. Guys, I do it every single time. Let's assign the stuff. So we're gonna have to go to our save manager and go to our scripts and assign the save manager, or I mean save system to our save manager. And then we got the player money text. Okay. Player money text, which is going to be in here. So it's at the top, $ text. Oh, that's for the $sign. That's what I was talking about earlier. Let me move you guys in short so you can see. This $sign is what I just added because with my string interpolation, it was getting messed up when I was doing the parse. So when making an app project, how should we know what we need to do step by step? Big tech companies use complicated stack. Honestly, what has really helped me is just trying to think ahead while you're making stuff. I know I don't know. There's a lot of planning in the beginning because it's kind of nice to see your end result, or at least what it should look like. That way you have something to actually go for. And also don't try to increase your scope because that was an issue with this project. There's little tiny advancements or improvements I wanted to add to the project, which I did, but I mean, it's just making it harder to reach my deadline. So I would say set a defined goal, get your project to there, and then make all the advancements. That's kind of what's really helped me. So unlocks. What are we doing? So if you hit play, oh yeah, I need to assign everything still. You want to go back to your nap? Okay, you can go back to your nap. There you go. There you go. Your little sleeping area underneath the table. Alrighty. So let's go back to our save manager. You got a player money text. And then we got the coin upgrades, which is, let's just assign our upgrade manager. Then we should be having a coin flip. Why is it not showing? Because we should have another. Where's our error? Oh, we have an error. Aha. What are you doing? Are you good? Okay. It's probably this. Okay. All right. Let's just comment this out. Oh, I don't have an error and I can assign some things. Since we don't have much time, we have about like 10 minutes. Gamer Toad, welcome back. I didn't tune in yesterday. You were busy. What did I miss? Yesterday we just did some more with our coin unlocks, and I think I maybe added this $sign as well, or did I do it the day before? Basically we got our unlocks working, so that was a big part. Let's go to our coin flip manager. Coin upgrades, coin flip. That kind of bothers me, so I'm just going to actually, no, that's perfect. That's actually what I want. I like having my serialized fields in the same format. Oh, you guys can't see. I'm talking about over here for my stuff that I make a direct reference to in my inspector. I like having it the same format as in my hierarchy, just because I'm trying to be perfect. But you have like the player money text, and then the coin upgrades and coin flip. So I guess let me, there. Let me change it so the player money text is below the direct references that we have. There we go. Now it's below. Voila. So let's, I think for what we have time left in this stream, glad I found your channel. Very informative. Awesome. Nuke's Live, thank you for the kind words. Appreciate it. I'm glad you found the channel too. It's been fun talking with you. Honestly, one of my biggest goals for the channel is just to have an amazing community, which you guys are all amazing, and then just having a community where we can just bounce ideas off each other. So I can't wait to look back in 2 years and see all the growth that's happened. So I appreciate everyone joining in this stream. I really appreciate it. It's fun talking with you all. Okay, save system. That was a big sneeze, Jazzy. I heard that with my headphones on. Jazzy's my dog for anyone tuning into the stream. She's sitting on that big bag. She's staring at me. Okay, save system. Let's go over and jump over to the right side of the screen here. This is the script here for the save system. I recently got Code Monkey's C# course. Did you do something like this so far? I did. I actually got C# Code Monkey's course as well. I did about half of it. And then I kind of started to realize some of the stuff in there, I don't know how well I'm gonna, or I guess let me backpedal. I got the Unity or C# course from Code Monkey, and I did the exercises and stuff like that, but I started running into, and this is just my only issue that I was coming across, I didn't quite have a way to practice the stuff I was learning. So before continuing on with that course, I just went to start making my own projects like this, because I mean, it's great to learn everything in C#, but you really want to practice the foundations before you move forward to the advanced stuff. So that's why I'm making this fun little project. So do you think after this I can go straight to developing a game, or is there a different video you recommend? I think after that you won't directly like just straight start developing stuff, but you should at least be able to start making the smaller project. Like make Flappy Bird or something. The assets are free online. But yeah, definitely start making small projects and then go from there. Like I would consider this still a small project. It's pretty basic, but I mean, it starts here. It starts making those basic projects where maybe eventually you can start making systems from these projects that you made, where you can maybe implement all those systems from your small projects into a larger game. But Mesreddits, I watched Code Monkey course, but I forgot all of that. Yeah, because he is teaching C#. And me personally, I liked learning C# and how Unity works with C# in a way. Where you can come very yeah, no, you can definitely, if you're just good at what you do and you have a skill, people want that. Okay, are we on the right side of the screen? We are. Okay, I got about 5 minutes before I gotta wrap stuff up, but yeah, you're welcome. Overthink things? I do the same exact thing. But honestly, just start small. Sometimes I got caught up in trying to learn everything in game development. But honestly, that's because the reason I wanted to do that was because I wanted to prepare myself of like, okay, I'm going to just learn every single C# thing there is so that when I go over to Unity, I'm just going to start making GTA 7. Yeah, that's not going to happen. You're honestly never going to be fully prepared to make a game. There's always going to be something you have to learn along the way. That's what I found out personally. So yeah, just start making a small project. do this coin simple flip idle game. Honestly, I could probably make a condensed version of this in a video so that you could make this along with me or something. Just start making something. And I would say when you're making these small things, don't try to be perfect. I don't even care if you're trying, don't even try and do it the best way. Just learn how to do it one way before you try to make it the best way, if that makes sense. Who cares if your code is messy? Or if you're not doing it the most efficient way, because you need at least some foundation to actually learn off of before you start thinking how to do it the best way. So just learn one way to do it before you move on to 2 ways to do it, and 3 and 4 and 5. Okay. Yeah, you bet. True. You should play the first game I made on It's Free. Oh, really? That's a horror game, right, Allie? Okay, I gotta go all the way down to my load system. Where are you at? I forgot. Okay, so we got coin upgrades, heads odd increase. That's not actually what it's called. Oh, it's head odd increase. I'm actually gonna change that. So Shift F6 if you're in Writer, and change it to heads odd increase. Don't add, I don't care. There we go. It just makes it too much information in the IDE, and I don't want that. Just change it. Okay, so if we go to this, oh wait, I meant this, heads. So in our coin upgrades, we want to be doing head odds increase, okay. Heads odds increase equals load extra hedge chance. That's what our script, load extra hedge chance variable, load extra hedge chance. We're gonna have to troubleshoot this in the stream later this afternoon, but I'm just making sure our variables are correct. Like this needs to be coin upgrades. The variable in this script is actually called, where was it again? Oh, here, let me just drag it. Extra reward. So I don't want this to be called reward multiplier because we're not multiplying the reward, we're actually just adding extra reward. So Shift F6 again. Let's just call this extra reward multiplier. Don't add. Okay, that changed it everywhere in our script, so we don't have any issues now. And then your Lofi beats are dope. Where you get them? So I actually have a subscription for Motion Array. That's what I use to get a lot of my stuff for editing, footage, sound clips, sound effects, music, LUTs, which is light up textures, maybe? Is that what it means for? I don't know, but yeah. Well, it is almost time for me to go back to work, so I'm just going to make this one change, and then that is going to have to be the stream, so unfortunately. But I will be streaming this afternoon. If you want to see that, definitely subscribe. That way you don't miss the fun. Where is it? Oh, I moved my save system here. So extra reward, extra multiplier. It's red because it doesn't actually find anything. There we go. All right, fix that bug. Now we're done. Alrighty, guys. I unfortunately have to go. So Mesredits. Let's see. Unity was here for me. Yeah. Blender. I know I'm gonna have to get really good at in the future, just because I want to make assets, like my own assets and animations. So that's something I'm gonna have to get used to. Where's my computer? I think it's outside in the living room. But yep, get them for Motion Array. And Allie, if you're in the Discord, let me know what the itch.io link is to see your game. Learn Blender. So, alrighty, guys. Unfortunately, this is where I got to end the stream. We got a game here, and we're gonna stream later this afternoon for about an hour before I got to go to sand volleyball. So that's gonna be it. I appreciate you all joining. Subscribe if you want to see more. Like if you liked it. Dislike if you, please don't dislike, but you can if you want. Jazzy will be upset if you dislike. But anyways, thank you guys for joining. Appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or afternoon or night, whatever it is. So I will see you guys next time.